Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. Wanted to bring you guys an update on something that I was looking at here on Digibyte, and we're going to be looking at Digibyte BTC chart, and we're going to be looking at it in the day. Okay, we might get into the 4 hours, different things like that, but we're mostly going to be looking at the day. And guys, if you could like, subscribe, all that, I really appreciate it. It helps us out. So, first thing I'm seeing here, guys, is volume starting to come back in here. So, if we look at this for the Fibonacci retracement, we take it from the start of this run that we had, and we draw it up to here, you can see we are up above the 382. And if we can close above that, that's good then. This could maybe be that first like impulse wave here. So we have that one up, and then we have our two, and then we're going to go up and we're going to make our next three and see if we can get over top of this here around 692 Satoshis is what that would be. And we're also now, if we can close here, we would close up above the 20-day EMA, which I think is one of the best indicators in cryptocurrency. A lot of guys have been talking about that. I like using the 12 EMA and the 20 EMA as well. And if we can get this closed where we're at here, essentially, or maybe even a little bit more, then we would close up above all those, including the middle band and the Bollinger Bands, and we would have some support. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. It's not a terrible spot, like after this run up here, to look for that pullback like we were talking about, to the 50, to maybe the 618. You could have that pullback if these don't hold. But if these do hold and we continue to see good volume in, guys, this might be a nice spot to come back up here and then test this 692 Satoshi level. So keep that in mind. Relative strength index is at 61 right now, and you can see we're getting a little bit of a hook here wanting to move back up. So that's always a good sign. And then also, guys, let me get this off here because I want to show you what our overhead resistance is going to be and what our support is going to be. So you can see how we're up above there with these moving averages. So overhead resistance, you can see I have an alert up there, guys. We're going to be close to that 893 or so, 900 Satoshis. So that's where, we could potentially have a nice little run here from 575 up to 893, and that's some pretty good gains right there, So you could always put your stop loss underneath here at around 500 or so if you don't think these moving averages are going to hold, or maybe just the bottom of that little wick that we had there. So you set your stop here, and then you see if we can have that continued uptrend there. And that candle's looking okay right now, guys, looking pretty decent. So if we were actually to close there from that going up and then that retracement, that would almost be one of those bullish piercing patterns in terms of the candlesticks if we were to close like that. See how that wick's lower, and then we closed half up into that body is what we would have to do. We'd have to get more than halfway up into this red candle right there. So that's something I'm really paying attention to, guys. And I did get a small little bit of Digibyte earlier today before it started to go up a little bit. So that was a good one. And I'm just going to continue to see if we can get over top here. That's a good overhead resistance as well. That's 690. So really pay attention to that, guys. But this has been one of the stronger coins out there right now. So there is potential for it to continue to move up. And remember, guys, this is versus BTC is what I have it on right now. Okay, if you want to see Digibyte with the USD, let me pull that up real quick. If you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, I haven't been feeling the best, but just wanted to come in here and do this for you guys and talk to you a little bit. So, okay. You guys can see here's my alert down here is what I had earlier. That was from a while back. Because a lot of times you can have retracements to that 786. It's kind of been, the flavor of the year that things have been retracing that much. So let's do it on the dollar here as well with the Fibonacci. Yeah, guys, so we almost had that little piercing pattern right there, and we were hitting the 26 EMA. Yeah, hitting the 26 EMA, and then we were also hitting the 50 at 3.2 cents there on the Fibonacci. So that's what we were looking at there, guys, and that's a nice little spot for a bounce. I mean, that's 50% retracement. Then let's see if we can make the next move here, but it's going to take volume, and that is a nice little bit of volume coming back in here. You can see kind of this moving average is going up a little bit as well. And just to show you guys where we were at on Digibyte, I like to zoom out sometimes on different things. Show you how high we have been and how much we've retraced. So let me get the moving averages off here. There we go, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so you can see these market cycles, and that's what we were looking at before. So if we go into here and we have a fib retracement of roughly, we broke through the 786 right there. So you guys can see that right here. We retraced all the way down, we moved sideways, even down a little bit more before we made another huge move, and these are the market cycles that are taking place. So let's do a fib on this one. Let's go at the start there. Rough estimate. Look at this, guys. Broke down through the 786, came up a little bit. What happened here? Broke down through the 786, came up a little bit, and now we're coming back down, and then we just made that next move up, and that's where I said our overhead resistance is this little wick here, and then right up top. And then, guys, if we can get through that, obviously we're going to have Fibonacci resistant levels, and we'll have this mess over here, but that's a big run right here that needs cleared back out. So we need to make runs and continue to move up here. You know, this could be a 1, a 2, come up here to the 50 or so, a 3, pull back, and then test the all-time high. That could very well happen. And we've seen it happen with how deep these retracements are. And then if you look at this, guys, just the grand scheme of things. So if these waves continue to get larger when they happen, let's see where the next one could potentially be. Guys, let's go off the top here. Let me pull my magnet off. Okay. So you know the next wave, guys, very well. You can see how far these have been spaced out. Now we have this space. The next wave really could come up into, you know, this area where we're sitting at 20, 25, 24 cents. You know, it could take some time. It could take several months, but why couldn't that happen? If you look at this and look at the big picture, this is all the history of it, guys. So if we're pulling from this top to that top and we're going through, then there very well could, and here's maybe something what it would look like if we're just going to mess around here for a minute. So what if we had our first impulse here, we have a 2, our next 3 we actually break through that resistance and we're somewhere up in here, then we come back down, don't go past the 1 there, somewhere maybe back in that resistance. And then we have a 5 that's going to test the all-time high, and we're going to see if we have blue sky breakouts over top of that, or if that will be resistance, then we'll start going back down. But, you know, guys, why couldn't that? Why couldn't this scenario happen? You know, that's just something that I think about and say, okay, you know, if these market cycles are taking place the way that they've been taking place, then history is going to repeat itself. So, yeah, guys, so something like that in that range. You know, but we'll have to see. Time will tell. But I do think this is a good project, and I think it's worth, you know, hanging on to and maybe getting in and doing some trades with it, different things like that. But I want to bring this to you guys. We're at 3.6 cents right now, and let's check our relative strength index one more time. So we're at around 57 right now, so we're up above that 40. And you can see we're kind of making that move on the RSI. You see that hook kind of coming in there? That's a good thing. So keep that in mind, guys. That's what the chart looks like. See how this candle closes. Remember how important that is. You really want to watch those candles. They're going to tell you what's taking place, just like when we had this long wick here. That was profit being taken. Then we got pushed back down here, and we're having a nice retracement. So you guys let me know what you're doing. Put it down in the comments, all that. Please like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate doing this with you, and I'll continue to bring out different coins for you, do technical analysis on, you know, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, Neo, different ones like that, whatever you guys want to do. So God bless you. Give me some ideas of coins down there that'd be fun to do some technical analysis on, and I'll talk to you guys later.